Northeast coast is one of the world's top tourist destinations. But besides all the pleasures the resorts have to offer, the region has the highest murder rate in the world. Contract killers are executing petty criminals pushed into crime by poverty. The police, meanwhile, are being accused of doing nothing to prevent the slaughter.
Year-round sun, direct flights from Europe and the U.S. adds up to over 1 million tourists a year in Brazil's northern state of Pernambuco. But when the sun sets, this tourist hotspot turns into a dark and deadly place. Behind the stretch of beach lies Brazil's murder capital. Nearly 4,500 people were killed on the streets of the state of Pernambuco last year. That's up to 12 murders a day, and according to some, many behind them are the state's own policemen. Eduardo Machado is a journalist turned activist who began a project called Body Count. They put up an electric counter in the capital Recife to clock up the number of people murdered in 12 months.
It's a communication project. We want to show that there is a problem here and we need to face it to solve it.
But the body count clock was removed when the university funding the project pulled out. Eduardo says he's too busy to think about whether the decision was political.
Now we want to find another person that wants to rebuild this clock counter because it's very important.
Underlying the high death rate are sinister factors. Poverty campaigners accuse state officials of turning a blind eye to so-called death squads or groups of contract killers. Sometimes they include police officers, guns for hire targeting the poor, but purporting to cleanse by murdering petty thieves.
When death squads act, in general, the victims are young, poor, and black.
Death squads seem to revel in their work, often leaving a cruel and brutal signature.
Many times these death squads torture before they kill. Often they mutilate the sexual organs of their victims as a way of leaving their mark.
Sometimes the price of life can be as little as $1 or $2, with hits ordered on even petty shoplifters.
A guy that have a grocery, for example, and they have some robbery over there, he can contract a death squad to kill the poor guys that are robbing.
But poverty is the root of the misery, and social workers say that until this is dealt with, the body count will merely grow.
Those who are being killed are only guilty of being poor. They don't have many options other than committing these petty crimes, which they pay for with their lives.
Eduardo's group are leaving their mark in other ways by painting red body outlines in all the sites of murders in the state's capital for a month. After just 30 days, the city was covered in 80 symbolic red corpses, reading "Stop." People did react, but not officialdom, and the money ran out. But the group's website, pebodycount.com.br, is still running, clocking up daily the grim toll of death among the poor. Anissa Naue, RT, Recife, Pernambuco, Brazil.